funny. He was on. He was on. He was like, he said he had the screen black. He was like, oh, give me one. He said, excuse me 1 second. He had the screen black for a couple of seconds. And then the white guy came back on the channel. He was like, oh, now since all the white people go, he said, now since all the white people go, and this, like I said, this is a so-called white guy saying that, man. Because basically what he doing, he's spilling the tea on their ass, man. But we already live. All right, Shalom, Shalom. Before we begin, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakakadash. This your Akim Israel. And we out here, as the Lord says, to preach this truth, to preach His word the way it's supposed to be taught, man. Not plantation Christianity, but the true meaning of Yahweh Shah, man, to the best of our ability, man. You know, we're gonna go into it. And I'm gonna just go into the topics, man. That's being talked about. You know, since this administration came into, what you want to say. I don't want to use a certain word, but once this, soon as this administration has became established, all these talks of war, man, trade war, you know, and there was information that's out that these news outlets have been covering regarding China, and China was pretty much making threats, saying that China it will go to war with with the United States. You know what I'm saying? Well, regardless, if it's trade wars or if it spill over to something physical, man. So you can tell this is happening, man. You know, the Lord is what setting the tone for His what for His pleasure, man. His pleasure is to what ultimately destroy this wicked ass kingdom, man. Which we are so vexed. We wait for the Lord to fulfill. We see the Lord's prophecies being fulfilled every day, and we're waiting for the Lord to fulfill His ultimate prophecy, which is what destroying this place, man. Babylon the Great, aka America, man. You know, that's what we waiting on.
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Second Ezra chapter 16. We start at verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto thee, O Salakia! Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia! Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria!" So like there's like that I brought out. Trying to say they're ready to go to war with America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the Bible, on any level. It could be trade war, how they say it, trade war, tariff war, or something like that, and physical war. They said they ready to they ready to they ready to they ready to go to war with America on any level, man. And they not the only one, man. All these countries are gathering together. They're going to come against America, man. Trump also talking about basically doing away or getting out of NATO, have no ties with Ukraine. That's why these European Union countries, they're siding with Ukraine, and more or less there's talk out there that Trump is not trying to aid Ukraine, just like the president that came over, Zelensky, came over and they had that little episode that they had. We know all of that is a play, because the elites of Edom tell these the ones that control the country, your governors, like your presidents, your kings, prime ministers, or whatever title that they have that runs at the top of the country, whoever runs that country, the head person of the country, they get their orders from the elites of Edom. So all of this is happening according to what the elites want to have done, you know, but the Lord is having this done, you know, and they, you know, these devils, they trying their best, you know, these lower level peon Edomites, you know, they gotta take their part being who they are, man, you know, they fucking the Joker, you know what the Joker do all the time, the villain in Batman, you know what he do all the time, he giggle and laugh, but this motherfucker demonic, wicked criminal, man. That's these fucking PI Edomites you see around here, man. You know, they think everything, they trying to act like something a joke or a game, they more or less like the Joker, man. When you see a smile on their face, that means what it means is it can't be anything that'll harm me because you see somebody smirking and giggling and shit. You know, fucking retards, man. You know, these everyday PI Edomites, they're taking their part and being who they are, which is the wicked, pursuant to the whole nation of Edom, pursuant to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4, man. The whole nation is wicked, you know. So they just play their part in doing witchcraft and sorcery and being the devil, meaning deceiving the rest of you people, man, you know. So I'm gonna go back to the precept that I had. This is on second Ezra chapter 16 and 1. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." That woe means what? Destruction, man. Misery and destruction. Ultimately, it's going to come by way of what? World War III. And, you know, Donald Trump mentioned that too to Zelensky. He said, man, you're playing with World War III, more or less, man. You know, you're playing with World War III, and that's going to be fought with nuclear missiles, man. You know, technology and nuclear missiles. Ultimately, that's how it's going to be determined, by the use of these nuclear missiles, man. You know, they're going to shoot these nuclear missiles to give out the final outcome of the war. They're going to use these nuclear missiles for the final outcome of this war, man. You know, so jumping down to verse 13, it says, "For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." And those arrows are just like I said, those nuclear missiles, man. If you can look up what the U.S. military call a lost nuclear bomb or a nuclear bomb that didn't detonate. You can Google that real quick. Nuclear bomb. What does the U.S. military? You can speak it. What do the U.S. military call? Or just say what are broken arrows? What the U.S. call broken arrows? I think you can just speak what the U.S. military call broken arrows. You know, because that's what the Lord is talking about, man. When his arrows, the arrows that he shoots are sharp and shall not miss, meaning they're accurate. They're going to hit the target that it intends to hit. Whatever, how when the missiles are shot off, they're shot off and meant to hit a certain area. You know, that's what it means. The sharpest thing will not miss, man. They begin to be shot at the ends to the ends of the earth.
Ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay, the term broken arrow has multiple meanings, including a nuclear accident, a code phrase, and a city in Oklahoma. We'll go to the first one. It says broken arrow, nuclear accident, an unexpected event involving nuclear weapons that result in a loss, theft, or accidental detonation.
So that's the point, man. That's what it says. A broken arrow means the arrow was broken, meaning what? It was lost. It didn't detonate, or it was stolen. So that arrow, which is the nuclear bomb, you know, was broken. You know, so that's what the Lord is talking about when He said, "My arrows." So I'm gonna read it again once again. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. It says, "For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow; his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." So that's those arrows, man. So like even the military, U.S. military, called nuclear bombs basically arrows, and also the defense, the defense system of the Israeli state. I think they got call them Arrow 1, Arrow 2, and Arrow 3. You know, they call it like some nuclear missile defense system that the Israeli state has. They call them Arrow. It's Arrow 1, 2, and 3. I think they got 3. They might got 4 too. You know, so those nuclear missile defense systems, they also got missiles too. So they basically calling their missiles arrows to more or less intercept those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Man.
I got a precept. This is the book of Isaiah 95. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." Man,
God. So that's that third world war is going to be fought. It's going to be fought with nuclear missiles, with fuel, with this. But this battle shall be fought with flames and fuel of fire, man. The nuclear missiles. That's like I said. That's what's going to be used ultimately to determine the outcome of the war. You know, all these countries, going to shoot their missiles, and the majority of them are going to shoot them on America, which is Babylon the Great. You know, so that's what the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great, pursuant to Revelations chapter 13. You know, all throughout the Bible, you know, all throughout Revelations and in Jeremiah and various other places. Jeremiah chapter 49, 50, 51. I know what Jeremiah 51, Jeremiah chapter 49. And throughout the Bible, man, it's talking about Babylon, the modern day Babylon, which is America. You know, the Lord is going to destroy Babylon, man. Babylon the Great. You know, but it's a mystery to these people. You know, you're a mystery. These people don't know what Babylon the Great is today. You know, obviously it's a place that exists today, and it's not ancient Babylon, which is Iraq. You know, ancient Babylon, they're not talking about ancient. The Lord is not talking about ancient Babylon, obviously, in Revelations. You know, and he's talking about the modern day Babylon in various spots in Jeremiah. You know, these people here, they in this land of pleasure, man. You know, they want that's what this place is. What the book of Ezekiel calls it, or Isaiah 49. You know, the land. Isaiah 49, man. This the land of pleasure, man. These people around here just want to indulge in pleasure constantly, man, pleasing the flesh, and that's all they care about. But this dude talking about these tariffs are going to cause price increases, which is going to cause famine. These roundups from these illegal migrants, which a lot of them are of the Spanish background, they're trying to get rid of, and they the ones that pick the crops that's in the farms. They the ones that are the farm hands. They the ones that pick the your fruits and vegetables, right? There's a lot of these illegal migrants, you know, that's of the Latino community. And then they said that them rounding them up is going to cause price or cause cause a shortage, basically. You know, these tariffs are causing price increase, man. You know, these witches, you know, they're going to do what they do. Just like the scripture said, the wicked going to do wicked, the wicked going to do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. You know, that's these devils, man. You know, these devils are going to continue in wickedness, sorcery, you know, until the Lord destroy them, you know. So, you know, witches and warlocks, that's all that's in Babylon, man. You know, they use technology too. You know, they communicate, they tell each other, they practice this shit, man. These devils, they practice this shit. You know, I brought that out like last week, you know. So these devils are doing what they're doing, because the wicked is going to do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, you know. And it says, I'm going to continue on, the second Ezra chapter, 16, 13, verse 13 again says, "For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and they shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until it consume the foundations of the earth." Right? So the Lord is sending plagues, man. Famine is a plague. You know, food shortages, that's a famine. No water, drought, that's a form of a famine. What is dearth? Things called dearth, you know, which is a shortage of water. You know, there's a lot of places, especially in the Midwest, the West Coast, they are not getting for a couple years now. It's been they've been getting little to no rain. You know, they've been getting little to no rain on the West Coast. They've been getting little to no rain on the West Coast and the Midwest, man. You know. Yeah, I got a precept. This book of Isaiah 2 and 12. It says, "For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low, and upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the open of sea, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up." Man, you see this place is lofty, man. It's proud. The Lord is what? His wrath is going to be upon those people that are what, man? Proud, man. You know, this place, these people around here, even these people that are misfortunate as they define it. A lot of them are actors. You know, holding these cardboard signs, man. They're proud, man. You walk around acting like, you know, they're better than you when you walk by. But yet they try to ask you for a handout. You know. Oh, anyway, they do that to so-called black people anyway. A lot of certain anyway, especially black men, because that's what they try to make black men out of anyway. They try to make us they basically that's what it is. They disenfranchise us. So they looking like you the one that's going to be the bum anyway. But that's what they try to do. They try to make you out of that. But this is off the subject, but it's still relevant. I was looking up why I saw this one lady, she was going into a war. I think she said a war of Louisiana happened during, you know, when the British came and invaded, and they said that if it weren't for these so-called free blacks, enslaved blacks, quote unquote, these black men in general, they said the war would have been lost against the United States and Great Britain, man. And that dude Andrew Jackson went to they were losing the war, and that so-called this was before he became president. Andrew Jackson came to these so-called blacks, free. Some of them were freemen, some of them were enslaved, some of them, you know, just recently freed or whatever. He went to them because they were losing the war and asked them to help them, man. He said once, you know, this black, so-called black lady, she was going into the history. He said while the so-called white soldiers were running frantically, didn't know what to do. When the British came, they were scared. She said, as history teaches, how history teach. He said that these so-called free, you know, so-called black soldiers, man, they stood bold and fought the British off. They said if it weren't for, they said, you know, pretty much those soldiers. Actually, her presentation come to say, how would you feel about freeing a country, pretty much liberating a country that pretty much, you know, kept you in bondage? And then after the war, after those black soldiers defeated the British, Andrew Jackson
became president, you know, and they pretty much like these devils been doing, man. They pretty much double crossed those black soldiers, man. They took that. A lot of them was forced back into slavery. A lot of them, their lands were taken from them. The ones that were free, that was already so-called free, you know, they took their lands from them. Pretty much these devils double crossed them, man. And that's how these devils work. That's why in the book of Ecclesiasticus, man, what is it? Verse 10, chapter 10, if I'm mistaken, it said, never trust thy enemy, man. You can't trust these devils, man. You know, but that was just like I saw that on this piece. This lady said a lot of people don't know about this war, man. This war, the Louisiana War, man. They said they don't teach, pretty much talk about that, man. They said if it wasn't for them, that war would have been against the Great Britain would have been lost, man. And they said it's a possibility the United States as we know it wouldn't have never exist, man. Because that war was a crucial battle of a turning point. You know what I'm saying? Whoever would have, won that war, it would have been, weighed heavily on the outcome of the entire war with Great Britain and these so-called these well, actually are these colonialists, you know what I'm saying, these colonizers, 13 colonies, or what may have you. Yeah, man. But she was going into, that's a history that a lot of people don't know about, man. The Louisiana War, man. But if it weren't for those so-called black men, the United States as we knew it, or we know it, it's a possibility wouldn't exist, man. But yeah, that's what we saying, man. You can't trust these devils, man. But they always, they snakes, man. They snakes in grass, man. They talk like the precept says. They talk with a forked tongue. They say one thing. They say one thing and do something totally different, man. So yeah, man, that's a history piece that a lot of people are not aware of, man. Because I wasn't aware of it, But yeah, I'm gonna get that precept. It may come up, it may not come up.
And we can tell you in the book of Second Ezra,
And that's what they do. They talk with a forked tongue.
yeah, also say double heart, something like that. Being double-minded. They say one thing and mean another. I'll continue on Second Ezra chapter 15, chapter 16, and continue verse 16. It says, like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days. Right? Who's Ezra, the prophet Ezra, knows that's reincarnation. He knows that he's going to be returned in those times, man. We're living in those times. So Ezra, prophet Ezra, is alive today, doing the same thing he's doing, just doing the same thing he was doing in that time period. Meaning what? Being a prophet, prophesying according to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Right? So it says, verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. Right? So, like I was brought out in the beginning, they were talking about trade wars, man. And any other war that's out. You see, obviously, you see physical war going on. It's talking about trade wars, man. These are wars, man. Economic trade wars. And basically, these tariffs are just tax on goods. So I think China and Canada is going to hit America with tariffs too, and I think Mexico too. They like, okay, if you taxing us, meaning they bringing these tariffs, they're gonna bring tariffs too. So who's gonna feel it is the consumer. The consumers out of America, the consumers out of Canada, and the consumers out of China, and the consumers out of Mexico, man. That's all. That's where it's going. These tax are going to just what is it?
Fall on the consumer.
Right, con. It's going to just basically like that. It's going to fall on them. You know, it's going to fall on the consumers, man. The businesses, they're going to transfer that tax to their goods, which you got to buy. So this is what's going to happen. Either the people going to buy it or not buy it. You know. So what is that going to do?
Lead to loss of jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right, con.
Loss of revenue. So yeah, that's all it is.
Plagues, man. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Any economics or economic, you study economics, they see that. That's a
supply and demand.
Yeah, one-on-one, man. Economics, one-on-one, man. You know, and there was another, they was on these platforms, man. You got these so-called jakes, man. They going to Thailand, man. They was talking about how much, items they compared to USA, to the United States, they compared to Thailand, man. They was talking about like it was bigger than a 20-ounce soft drink, Coca-Cola, man. And that joint was like a dollar and some change, like $1.15 or something, man, compared to how much it costs in the US, man. I think it was a bigger version than the 20-ounce, man. So it was a bottle that is more than the whole 20 ounces, man. And they said they were showing you how much it would cost. They said in the United States it would be like over $3 for this bottle. You know what I'm saying? And then they were going on about different products that are sold in the United States and the price difference in compares to Thailand and compares to the United States, man. Because that's what these people doing here, man. They're extorting the people. They were talking about living quarters, cost of living, pretty much the cost of living in comparison to over here, in comparison to other parts of the country, man. They pretty much realize that, man, this place is a joke, man. People think they come over here for prosperity. Like this one lady I was doing business for, she was saying that she's pretty much she's from India. She's Indian. She was pretty much explaining that she's forced to sell her home, man. Now she got to sell her house. But she said, something she don't want to do, but she's pretty much forced, man. I don't know the details of it, but that's what she uttered to me. Like she's forced to sell her home, man.
Soon enough, a lot of these damn foreigners, they're gonna retreat from Babylon, man. So what the scripture said, flee ye Babylon, right? Return, something like that. I forgot. I was recording. I got to find it. But more or less, man, these foreigners over here, they're gonna see that it ain't what it's supposed to be. It ain't what this American dream. And it's not there, man. Basically, that's what it was, a dream. This is a fucking joke. It was a dream, and it ain't what they thought it was, man. And what a lot of them going to do, they're going to return back to their home country, man. Just like the scripture said, flee. I'm gonna continue on reading second Ezra 16 and 18. So the beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war. The powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? So that's what it is. We in these beginning stages, right? Famine, war,
trade wars turn into what? Turf wars.
Right. So that's these terrors are just a declaration of war, man.
That's why China made that statement, man. Earlier this month, they said they're going to pretty much fight against the United States when it comes to these tariffs, regardless of what type of war, if it's tariffs, trade wars, or something physical, man. They said they're willing to fight to the death, pretty much, man. So know what that's going to ultimately lead to, man. You know, Putin and what's his name, James, something like that. I can't pronounce his name. Something like that. Xi Jinping. How do you want to pronounce this guy name? They're pretty much friendly with each other, allies. The United States is not allies currently with China. They're in limbo right now because of the administration that's in place now. But that could quickly turn. You know what I'm saying? Because China and Russia makes up a great portion of the BRICS nation, man, that are what anti-NATO, man. But you see, also Trump, just like I brought out, Trump is pretty much moving away, shunning the NATO alliance, man.
That's the ten horns. The 10 horns shall hate the whore. Book of Revelation. The ten horns shall hate the whore. So that's why things are happening the way they happen. And why? Because it's written that it shall happen this way. Like I was saying about this famine and everything like that. This famine is a plague, and these, like I said, they rounding up ISIS, rounding up, or ICE, or the Department of Home Defense, or whoever, man, ICE or whatever, rounding up a lot of these Latinos, and they are on the farm hands that's picking these fruits and vegetables out of the farms. That's going, and a lot of them not showing up to work due to them being afraid of being deported.
And I saw a video of that. It might have been Texas. I'm not sure what so-called state it was, but there was feminine, man. There was feminine. They said like they would have these newly constructed homes. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was acres of them. You know what I'm saying? You could see the skeleton, you could see the roof, but they wasn't completed. And there was like, earlier you would see a bunch of, pretty much Spanish people or Mexicans working here, but they said due to, the fear of being deported, he said nobody showed up to work, man. And pretty much the homes are left unfinished, meaning that, this rain is in there, it's rotting and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you see the effects of, Babylon the Great, man. Like I was mentioning earlier, man, this place is not what these people, these people around here's gonna find out quick, man. It's not all what they call cracked up to be, man. They pretty much sold these people alive, man. What they're telling you in your face, it's a dream, man. They're selling you a mirage, man. Only person that's living the American dream around here for the most part is these Edomites, man. But they could go around like, say, for instance, the current administration right now, who would be elected with a track record of this guy, man? This guy that's in office right now, who would be elected? No one. A nigga won't get nowhere near with a track record this guy got, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let them have one. You have to have one, some type of. Let them have a bad misdemeanor or something like that. Yeah, they had to be a felon.
Let alone this so-called insurrection that happened in January 6th. That right there would have, they would have probably put this dude would have been in jail, man. Federal penitentiary, man.
They also said that they was talk out there. They said that this guy's an agent for Russia, Trump. Basically, they say he's a spy for Russia, man. So there's a lot of talk against this guy, man. They want to say it's a conspiracy theory, or whatever the case may be. They said they type of they had a name that he had that they gave him. They were saying that back in the 80s, Russia gave Trump some type of, I can't remember the name, but they gave him this particular name, and it said links back to him or something like that, man. They did that particular name links back to Trump, man. Talking about in the 80s, they recruited him, the KGB recruited him for something, to be some type of agent, whatever, man. So, but there's a lot of talk out there against this guy, and it ain't a lot of good talk, man. Just like they were saying about that Obama character, where they were trying to say that nigga was the Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? He's the Antichrist. Why? Because you can't believe a so-called black man, which he's not of our people. You know, he's a real African. He's not of the Negro ancestry.
Yeah, he's a Hamite.
Right. But he had dark skin or whatever. It's unconceivable to these Edomites. This is my country. That's what these Edomites are saying. This motherfucker gotta be the devil. How the fuck a damn dark skinned man, a black man, become the president of my country? So they were saying that dude, the Antichrist, he can care less about Obama because he's related to these Edomites. You know, he's related to these Edomites. He's a cousin of somebody. You know, they're all related. All these presidents, some way, form, or fashion, are related. You know,
so I think it was a young Edomite female, if I ain't mistaken. She was young. That put the puzzles together. Like all of them are related to some type of king or something. You know what I mean? Some king in Europe. Edomite king in Europe. You know, they got that so-called same bloodline as they say. You know, but we know, you know, through the spirit, it's only really the bloodline is through the father, man. You know, but that's what they, you know, how they define it. You know,
yeah, but continue on chapter 16, 19. It says, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. You know, so the Lord was sending these even during that thing that happened in 2020. You know, with this thing that was going on that shut the whole world down. Everybody know what I'm talking about. You still can't even mention. You can't even mention with all this facts coming out surrounding this, truth on this, truth on that. They was lying about from the beginning that channels were being taken down, videos were being taken down. Now all this truth is coming out, facts coming out. Basically, was now these facts that's coming out. These people that channels and videos they were taking down. That's exactly what they were saying from the beginning, man. You know, they were saying these things, but what they did, they were saying it was disinformation. You're gonna take these channels down. These people are causing people to die. This, that, and the third, man. You know, so like you know, you can't trust what Esau Edom says, man, which is the self-proclaimed white man. You know, he's ruling through his government. Government means mind control. You know, it's a compound word, which means mind control. You know, so you break that word down. That's what it means, man. Govern means rule, meant and means mind. You know, control or rule. You know, so that's what they're doing. They're controlling these people's minds through whatever means necessary. Man. So a lot of it was fear tactics. You know? They was choosing fear tactics to you people to control your mind. You know, but and it's going to continue, going to ramp up. You know, a lot of deception. The scripture talks about that. Great confusion is going to be on the planet Earth, man. These people going to be in great confusion. They're not going to know what to believe. What's really going on? They ain't gonna have no answers, man. But the true answers are in the scriptures, man. The words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That's the answers, man.
I got a precept. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 12:10. It says, "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." So you're gonna see that this devil cannot be trusted, man. You know that's why I brought up that history piece of that war of Louisiana, man, that a lot of people don't know, you know, that determined the outcome of this, you know, American, this British American war, you know. But what happened once those so-called black soldiers finished the job? The war was over. The war was over. So like they was betrayed, man. They was betrayed by who? These devils, man. You gotta know, you gotta understand, you can't trust them, man.
Now they trying to give out medals just recently to these civil war. You know, they trying to give out medals now. These men are already dead and gone, man. They're trying to give out some
recognition now. You know what I'm saying? What is going to benefit, man? You know,
like they were trying to, like these simple Negro were doing. They were trying to tell this president to pardon that guy Marcus Garvey, whatever his name is. Yeah, Garvey, for some damn tax invasion type shit. You know, like, man, what the fuck, pardon him? He's fucking dead, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What that's going to benefit, man? So they clear the man's name. Nah, they trying. That's an attempt to try to hide their atrocities.
Yeah, they're trying to act like we're progressing. This black and white thing is progressing and shit. It's not progressing, man. These devils are more shrewd in what they're doing, meaning more clever to hide their discrimination, their hatred, you know, their crimes. They're being shrewd about it. But the Lord, they was being shrewd about it, but it's being revealed, man. You know, which I was what is it? Obadiah, the book of Obadiah, where it says Esau shall not be able to hide himself. It says, I'm gonna go to it real quick. It says Esau shall not be able to hide himself. And there's one word in that verse. It tells you his crimes, man. You know, his crimes are being revealed. So that's what's going on with these Edomites, man. They're being revealed. Even that's pursuant to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. You know? So I'm trying to get that real quick.
Yeah, they're being revealed only through the spirit and power of Yahweh, while Yahweh shall back when the Lord said, what, these things shall happen, man. You know, we're not the ones, you know, we are to an extent, but a lot of this information is coming more or less secondhand, man, but through these media outlets, news sources, and basically their tongue falling amongst themselves, man. Their tongue falling amongst themselves. So that's really going on. That's this prophecy, man. You know, all these prophecies should come to pass, and then the end shall come, man. You know, every jot and tittle of what the Lord says shall happen will come to pass, man. We are patiently waiting, you know, for the Lord, like I mentioned early in the presentation, for the Lord to fulfill His ultimate prophecy, man. It is what? The destruction of this wicked kingdom, man. Like I was saying, man, and they passed, which is their past bill by the, well, I ain't gonna say passed the bill, but the Supreme Court is in favor of what? Letting fecal matter into a certain amount of fecal matter in the public water system, man. So that's this place being continue to be defiled, and also this place being you know, it's being unpleasurable, man. Even though it wasn't, but you know, you could see deteriorated. That's the word I meant to say. You could see, you know, even the relationships with these people. Now you see the quality of food. Now, even when it comes to water, man, they are allowing the state to regulate a certain percentage of fecal matter into the public's drinking water, man. And they're telling the public get a filter, resort to drinking bottled water. So you know, even that, I mean, through that dude, what's his name? The governor of Minnesota. He's a wrestler. Can't even think of his name, but he written a book called Conspiracy Theories, man.
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura. He brought out in his book that even these bottled water facilities, they're not FDA regulated, man. So you don't even know what they're putting in that. You know, they could be allowing that fecal matter into the bottled water as we speak. They say it's filtered water, but how do you know? You know, they say it's pure or whatever. But then you go into it when it comes. You would think if it's filtered, all these waters, all the water, right, should be pretty much the same. But they got levels to these waters, alkaline waters, and you got all these other different waters, which is unhealthy, like the healthy water, like the most healthiest water to drink. You know, you would think they all should be the same if they're filtered, you know, but there's levels to that. So yeah, right there lets you know this place, Babylon the Great, man. Everything's deteriorating, man. The relationships, the quality of, the quality of life in itself, man, is deteriorating, man. These people right here, they want to act like they're in La La Land because that's what Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man allow you to think, man. They want to ignore the obvious, but they'll sit out here and bring their focal point on us, but they want to ignore the obvious, man. You know,
Yeah, going back, it's not in Obadiah, it's Jeremiah chapter 49, which links up with the book of Obadiah, right? But it's Jeremiah 49 and 10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places." So we go into that word secret places, right? And read it again. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, his brethren and his neighbor, and he is not." Meaning what? Ultimately, he's going to be wiped off the face of the earth. I'm going to get that out of another translation. You go into this word, his secret places, which the Hebrew word, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is mistah. Mistah. Mistah, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. The outline of biblical usage, one of the definitions is for perpetration of crime, man. You know, his secret places. That means he always hid his crimes. But these Edomites, the Lord made them bare in these last days by way of the internet, by way of his insiders, you know, exposing his plans, his crimes, his perpetration, his crimes, you know. So it says for perpetration of crime, right? So his crimes are being revealed in these last days, man. Like it mentioned in second Thessalonians, the second chapter, man. You know, the wicked shall be revealed, and the wicked is who? The self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom, man. You know, he's being revealed in these last days, man. You know, more or less the elites of Edom. You know, of course these Edomites, they gonna look and stare.
yeah, they want, like I say, you can have somebody walk around, you can have one of these Arabs walking around with the whole Taliban outfit. They act like they want to bat an eye at them, man. I seen it. They be in these convenience stores, supermarkets. You look like you might get hit by what you call them,
I'm gonna tell you the
a
truth about it.
suicide bomb.
I'm gonna tell you the truth behind that because they look at it like this. If these Arabs got this far to get in our country, I know they ain't. I know we ain't got we ain't got to worry about them. They got this far to get in our country. They had to be scanned and this, that, and the third, and they got a job. I know good and well we ain't got to worry about them. That's basically what it is, man. That's why they look at these Arabs like they ain't concerned because they got like this a filter they got to go through. They had to get filtered, scanned, background, this, that, and the third. Okay, you check out. Good. Basically, that's what it is, man. That's why they look at them. A lot of them like they ain't concerned with them.
But during the beginning of the Biden administration, when he took all the military out of what was that, Afghanistan. Oh, they had just numerous people, man, allowed them asylum, man. They didn't really check these people, man. They put them on planes. They didn't know any real background. They were like, whoever want to flee, and they was reporting on that. They were like, they don't even know if they have so-called terrorists, as they call them, that they let during that evacuation. They don't even know if they allowed terrorists in the so-called in this country, man. So-called terrorists, man. They just let these people come if they wanted to come to seek asylum, man, because the United States had pulled out, military had pulled out of, Afghanistan, man. If I ain't mistaken, was that Afghanistan? With the Taliban there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Afghanistan.
yeah.
And also, during the Biden administration, a lot of they had a lot of illegal immigrants come through without being checked from all over. Afghanistan, China, Russia, all over, man. And they got that. That's why the whole hype was about what is it? The regular FBI. This guy, I don't think he's no longer the director of FBI. They got a Elamite, what's his name, Cash Patel. Now he's the director of the FBI. But when this other guy was Elamite, when he was the director, he was talking about there's a heightened risk of terrorism due to the immigrants crossing over, man, from Canada and Mexico, which is the whole reason why Trump is sending tariffs to China and Mexico, and dealing with the drugs too. They trying to tie China, which they say that's where the fentanyl is coming from, and the cartels are bringing it through the borders, southern and northern border through Canada. Canada is allowing it. That's the whole reason behind these tariffs. They said they're bringing drugs in our country. So like going back to what I was quoting in Jeremiah chapter 49. Jeremiah chapter 49, that the Lord said his secret places are being revealed. It says the perpetration of crime, man. That means his crimes that he's trying to hide, his criminal enterprise, his criminal doings are being revealed, man. We got insiders, we got whistleblowers, the internet, that people going out and exposing these people's plans. More or less is coming from the heads of Edom, which are these elitists. The two major ones, the Rockefellers and Rothschilds, are the two major ones. There's many others, called the 13 families or whatever. And there's many others that you don't know about. Basically it's coming from them. And these nobody, no name Edomites, they just ride in the wave, man. They really don't know what's going on, man. They think everything's gonna continue on as it is, man. Jeremiah 39, Jeremiah chapter 4. Yeah. So they think, like I said, his secret place is his crimes that he's perpetrating, man. It's that word perpetration, just to edify. Perpetration refers to the act of committing a crime or a harmful act. So it's the act of his actions, his criminal enterprise, his actions. Even it's just a harmful act. Him polluting the air, chemtrails, all sorts of things are coming out on these devils, man. That's what the Lord is doing. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing in these last days, man. So that was a prophecy. Second Ezra chapter 2, that the wicked shall be revealed in this time. And this is the time that the wicked, which is these Edomites, are being revealed. So everything is prophesied to happen, man. Everything you see happening is happening according to what's written in the Bible, man. And the Bible don't consist of no pale-faced Edomite with a long, stringy dog head, man. That's the devil. Devil means deceiver. The Messiah, when you call Christ, was a so-called dark-skinned black man. That's how the Messiah looked.
Yeah,
according to the Bible.
I want to read out of the New International Version. Jeremiah 49 and 1. It says concerning the Ammonites, this is what the Lord says. But like we go Jeremiah 49 and 1, it says concerning the Ammonites, this is what the Lord says: has Israel no sons, has she no heirs? Then why then has Molech taken possession of Gad? Man? You see, these people are Esau, Edom, the devil. They're actually Molech, man. They're what? They're taking possession of Gad, meaning also referring to what this land right here that what
Native Gad is the Native Americans.
Native Americans, man, what we know to be as the quote unquote Native Americans, man. So Molech,
Amalek, Ammon is the Japanese. And you can basically refer that to because that's what they're trying to say. The Native Americans come from the Japanese. What is it called? What is that damn cross? No, there was the crossing from they talking about these. Yeah, the Bering Strait. They trying to say the fucking Chinese or more or less the Asian population. A lot of the Japanese crossed the Bering Strait and came over here, you know, and that's where the Native Americans are descended from, the so-called Japanese, Chinese, or Asian people, you know. So, but that's not true, man. The Northern Kingdom, which is the Native Americans, the Latinos, they came over here by way of ship, man. You know, after the Assyrian captivity, after the Assyrian captivity. You know, that's how they got over here. But you know, there's talk out here. There's talk. They teach you that in these colleges, prestige colleges, that the Asian population, they came over the Bering Strait, and they are the descendants of the native. They come from the Native Americans are the descendants of the Asian population through the Bering Strait. That's not happened. That's not what happened. You know. So, like I said, the Lord's made Esau bear, man. You know, his perpetration of acts. And I want to read it out of Jeremiah 49 out of the HCSB translation. It says, but I have stripped Esau bare. I will uncover his secret places. He would try to hide himself. So, you know, that's what the Edomite doing there. Lying, making cover stories. Just, for example, what we brought out about this thing that happened, this sickness that happened in 2020. What they did, they try to cover their tracks, cover their crimes up, man. You know, they try to cover, making a cover story, lying, talking about it. Nah, these people are spreading disinformation. But the whole truth of the matter is that people was exposing what was really going on, man. And then people, China was being shut down. Their their
platforms being banned.
right.
Yeah,
They had to find. They had to find. They had to find another platform to go on to. YouTube was YouTube was a major one, shutting a lot of people channels down, right? Because they were trying to hide their crimes, but they've been revealed. You know, gain of function research and all type of shit, man. Just recently there was an order that came out about that, which I'm not going to talk about. But they'll probably try to shut the channel down, man. You know, just because you mention it, what's facts? There's articles on these things, but they act like you just making this up of your own opinion. You know, but this is Jeremiah 49 out of the HCSB 49 to 10 out of HCSB translation. It says, but I will strip Esau bare. I will uncover his secret places. He would try to hide himself, but he would be unable, right? He would be unable. His descendants will be destroyed along with his relatives and his neighbors, all Edomites. He will exist no longer, man. So ultimately, say he will exist no longer. Ultimately, they're gonna be burnt up off the face of the earth, man. These Edomites, that's in the kingdom, man. That's why it says his descendants will be destroyed along with his relatives and his neighbors. He will exist no longer. So these Edomites are not gonna ultimately be destroyed, man, off the face of the earth. You know. that's what's coming to these Edomites after their 1,000 years of captivity in the new kingdom. Was that's what all these other nations, these heathen nations, starting, primary. I mean, all these heathen nations, starting with Esau, even to the rest of them. You know, they're gonna be serving the children of Israel in the new heavens and the new earth, man. Then these Edomites are gonna be eventually, ultimately, after their 1,000 years of captivity, they're gonna be rounded up and burnt off the face of the earth, man. That's according to what's written in the Bible. You know, so that's what's gonna happen, man. You know, so that's why it says he will no longer exist, man. You know what the word exist means? That means to be alive, to be around. He's going to no longer exist, man, after his 1,000 years of building up our kingdom. Because that's what we're doing. We got the so-called Latinos, what they over here doing? Serving their oppressors, serving Esau Edom, man. Building up his big houses around this bitch, his new complexes, his new sceneries, new areas, new stores. Who's building a lot of that shit, man? It's the children of Israel, basically, man. A lot of them are Latinos. We're still under captivity. We're still being ruled by these Edomites, man. Basically our enemies and the rest of these nations. But primarily Esau, man. He's the top one of this whole world. He's the top heathen nation that runs the whole world, man.
I got a precept. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Who has, let me start at Malachi 1. Let me start at the top. 1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever, man. So that's what's going on, man. Even this, like the last administration, build back better. But look like when this administration coming in, they're doing what? They're dismantling their program, man. Like I mentioned, there's several videos of people saying about the so-called Mexicans, how once upon a time there was out at these sites, like these construction sites, these fields working. Now they're scared to show up, and these job sites are pretty much left bare, left to waste, produce left to waste. And it's doing what, man? The Lord said, what? They shall build, but I will throw down, man. This is spiritual, man. So you can see, like I mentioned earlier,
they abandoned those construction sites.
You can see this place is deteriorating, man. More and more, man. Like I said, right now, the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, is in favor of allowing fecal matter into you people's drinking waters, man.
That's sick.
Now, so you're gonna be bathing in it, drinking it,
Yeah, there's a percentage, just like they do with bugs. There's a percentage of in your food. They allow particular bugs like spiders that the FDA, because there's no way to that they can rat feces and shit like that, because there are rats and spiders and all type of bugs get into the wheat and things like that. The food get into the food, the crops. They allow them a certain percentage of that to be in our food system, man, because they can't stop it.
Yeah, God. And read that again. The book of Malachi 1:4 says, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build back better, huh? The desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down," like you see right now. Like we just mentioned, these construction sites are being, abandoned.
Even Make America Great Again. That's also what they more or less had the same theme about it. Make America Great Again and Build Back Better. More or less, it's the same shit. But why you trying to make America great? It's basically in ruins. Now you trying to make it great again, build it back up to some type of greatness.
Yeah, when was this place ever like one person stated? When was this place ever great, man? You know what I'm saying? The treachery, the heinous acts that these people around here bit their empire on, man. You know what I'm saying? Established this society on, man. Atrocities, man. Pretty much lawlessness, man.
His secret places, his perpetrated crimes are being revealed.
Because the law don't apply, just like me and I already came to that realization, man. The reason why they put these policies, laws in place to deter and prevent Jake, man, Israel, man, Northern and Southern Kingdom, man, to prevent you, to hinder you. And they want to hide and act like the reason why they're able to get the things that they're doing is because, I'm doing the right thing. That's why they try to prance around you, right? But they control this financial system, the money system, everything is controlled by them, man. And they want to act like, they're following the rules. That's the reason why I'm able to obtain these things, housing, a career, and they saying that he's doing away with uh, the public. What is something about the public's? I forgot what it is, man. Where something about the education, man. Where they're administering these degrees. Like they doing away with it, man. These programs where they allow people to get, say for instance, you go to school, you make straight A's, right? You can get this scholarship. So they're doing away with that stuff, man. That ain't building back better. That's pretty much making it great. That's going backwards, man. They're making it difficult for people to do some things now, man. And that's what this devil's intentions are about. We ain't saying no. We just shining that light on it. These people don't see. You got some people that do, but a lot of these people they want to walk in darkness. So we know this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, is actually the land of darkness that Job spoke about, man. And that's what these people want to continue on because a lot of these simple Negroes, they know if they go with the program of these Edomites, they're gonna be better off. Because a lot of these Negroes ain't shit nowhere, So they rather go with the program of these Edomites. They would go with their program because they know in reality they ain't nobody. So I'd rather go with it. And the people that like myself, I'm gonna tell myself that you know your potential, you know who you are, but we ain't gonna stand for it through the spirit of power. Yahweh Shai, man, we ain't gonna stand for this nonsense. So these I'm gonna say these unsophisticated. I don't even know the name to call these 2/3 Negroes, man. Pretty much these useless people, man. They feel that they can gain something by what side with these devils, man. That's why this false ass narrative of equality is presented. Because what? Because these damn Edomites got these coons they got playing along with them, man.
Scripture said, let the multitude that was born in vain perish. So these useless people, that's basically what they are. They're useless, man. These people was born in vain, meaning the 2/3, and the rest of these people that's going to be destroyed. You was born in vain. This time around, you 2/3. This time around, you was born in vain. Everybody's, for that matter, everything is vanity. The song you the more so. You're the more so. 2/3 and heathens. You know, he was born to be destroyed, man.
You know, it's like King Solomon said, all is vanity, man. You know, especially here in Babylon the Great, man. This stuff is vanity. You got these people, you know, they trying to, you know, and they hate they was, you know, at this certain level. Now, you know, they're, you know, not at the level they once were. Now they all they trying to do is trying to grasp that moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, because that's how it is, man. You know, here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man, it's a facade, man. It's vanity, man. You know,
I'm gonna continue on in Jeremiah 49:11. It says, "Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive." I'm reading out of KJV. "Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive. Let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" So he's talking about the ones that was judgment was not to drink of the cup of the Lord's wrath was the children of Israel. The Lord didn't, that wasn't his plan. Was, well, everything's in the Lord's plan, but you know that that wasn't the purpose of the Israelites, man. To suffer wrath from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That wasn't our purpose, but due to the Lord's doing, we had to do it because of disobedience of the commandments. So the Lord calls us to go off, and then we had to suffer his punishment. You know, these curses, man. And it says, "He that shall, and art thou he that shall not, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" Talking about Edomites, man. "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it," man. You know, so you're gonna drink of that cup. You know, Revelation saw they're gonna fill it to you double, and then double that, right? You know, these Edomites gonna suffer the worst captivity known known to mankind in the kingdom, man. Just like we are holding that title right now. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have suffered the worst atrocities of captivity, slavery of mankind. Who holds that title now? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But in the kingdom, the new heaven and new earth, that's going to switch to you. It's going to be you in the kingdom. You know, that's what's coming. That cup is going to pass on to you. I'm going to read it out of the HCSB, verse 12. It says, "For this, for this is what the Lord Yahweh says. If those who do not deserve to drink the cup must drink it, can you possibly remain unpunished? You will not remain unpunished. You must drink it too." Right? It's talking about you Edomites, man. That's talking about the Lord punishing us, but that cup is going to pass on to you. Verse 13. "For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all cities thereof shall be perpetual waste." So the modern day Basra is America, man. And all the cities thereof, all the city states that you living in, in America, it's going to be a perpetual waste. Through what? What we brought out in 2 Ezra 16th chapter. Those arrows, man. And World War III is going to happen pursuant to the Bible. It's prophesied to happen. There's nothing Donald Trump can do, or whoever else is in the office, man. No other world leader. There's nothing they can do to stop it, man. Because it's prophesied to happen.
and it's talking more frequently too. It's more because so we see the day of the Lord is approaching, man. this conflict. You know, they talk about there's gonna be a resolution, man. There's not gonna be a resolution, man. Prophecy is gonna be fulfilled, man. You know, it's like China, like I mentioned, China was talking about they're gonna fight to the death. If I'm mistaken, they use that word. You know, when it comes to these wars, whether it be trade
Yeah,
wars,
that's what they said.
tariffs, or you know, I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna just get to that point because that's what they said. It's still in Jeremiah 49. It says, Jeremiah 49. I'm gonna jump to 14. He says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her. Rise up to the battle, man. That her is Babylon the Great, man. Lady Liberty, man. You know, the heathens are going to gather together, even the allies of America. You know, NATO and the EU, they're going to shoot missiles on this place, man. You know, they gathering together against America, man. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men, right? So that's what's going on right now. That prophecy is going on right now.
And I got that news article from BBC News, and the subtitle reads, China says it is ready for any type of war with U.S. It says, this was March 5th, 2025. It says, China has warned the U.S. it is ready to fight any type of war after hitting back against President Trump. So like President Donald Trump's mounting trade tariffs. The world's top two economies have edged closer to a trade war after Trump slapped more tariffs on all Chinese goods. China quickly retaliated, imposing 10 to 15% tariffs on U.S. farm products. Quote, if war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we're ready to fight until the end, China's embassy said on X, reposting a line from a government statement on Tuesday. End quote. So they said they're not to the death, but to the end. So they willing to fight to the end. Man. You don't understand what that means. The end of what? They're willing to fight. They said whether it be a trade war, a tariff war, or any other kind of war, man. China is willing to fight to the end, man. To what? Till they be successful, man. They're fighting to the end. They don't care, man. They're not going to give up. So we already know prophecies are being revealed, man. But these people want to walk around as though we're talking like they want to say you must be a conspiracy theory, man. Y'all guys don't know what you talk about. They want to ignore the obvious, man. You know, but I started with our elders, man, and I'm gonna say it more frequently, because it's the truth, which I have been saying it more frequently. Started with them, they were speaking about these prophecies, man, for decades, man. Or the third woe, man, the MOTB. That's what we are waiting on, man, because we know once that goes into the goes into effect, you know, look up, because our redemption draweth nigh, man. We know it's the destruction of this place, and the Redeemer, which is Yahweh Shah, is coming to redeem the elect amongst Israel, man. So that's what we waiting on, man. But these people want to act like we're talking something that we never heard of. Like, what are they talking about? Where did they get this information? This is world news, man. You know.
Verse 16, Jeremiah 49 says, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwelleth in the cleft of the rock, who holdeth the height of the hill. Though thou should make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. And just recently, you know, before Biden got out of office, was, you know, we brought it out when he had it. I think they officially made the bald eagle the basically the representation of America, so to speak. Man. You know, America, the bald eagle is the representation of America, which has always been there. But I guess they just made it official now, something like that. Which that goes back to what? Go back to Rome, go back to these Edomites, and go back to goes back to Rome, the eagle, and it goes ultimately back to Edom, man. That's what the Edomites always had.
Yeah, that's their official mascot.
Right, the bald eagle. You know? So this ain't nothing new, man. These devils have been doing that, you know. You know. So there's nothing new, man. You know, to protect that. It's not new on the sun, man.
Yeah, I would give you a precept. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that have been, it is not which, so like the thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So nothing is taking place here. It's nothing new, man. You know, these conflicts amongst these nations, the rise of an empire from the beginning, and rise of an empire to what? Devastation, the fall of an empire, man. There's nothing new. And people think this empire that Esau Edom had orchestrated is a perpetual one, man. But just like all these other empires, man, the Babylonian Empire, the Egyptian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, et cetera, man. All those empires came to reign and then what? Fell, man. So this empire is no different, man. That's why you got all these different nations um, trying to get in or thinking they're going to stake their position of world dominance, man. You know, but that's not what prophecy says, man. Prophecy says what? Because we know we at the 10 toes, man, the miry clay. We know where we at in the book of Daniel, man, chapter 2. We know where we at, man. And what's going to come? Yahweh Shai is going to come and strike that statue, and then the perpetual kingdom of Yahweh Shai will reign um, forever, man. You know, so it's not prophesied that you know, Lord willing, man, it's not prophesied that another kingdom or another nation is going to come into existence to reign on the planet Earth after this empire, man. There's no other nation mentioned other than the nation of Israel, man. So that's what we wait. We patiently wait because we can see through the prophecies, man. These things are coming to pass, man.
Continue on. I want to read this precept out of Jeremiah 49 and 16 out of HCSB. It says, as the terror, as to the terror you cause, your presumptuous heart has deceived you. You who live in the clefts of the rock, you who occupy the mountain summit. Because, you know, I think just not too long ago, they had a summit meeting too, also, you know, and that's why a lot of these governments meet. They call it summits. When these government heads of governments meet around the world, these heads of the world government, they meet. A lot of their meetings, they have the summit in it. And that's the top of the mountain. The summit is the top of the mountain, man. But who's at the top of all this whole conglomerate of mountains are these Edomites, man. You know, They are the head, just like it says Babylon. That whore that rideth upon the beast, she's the head of Edom. And primarily is Esau Edom is at the head of the summit. Man. They are at the head, you know. So it says Jeremiah 49:16, it says, as to the terror you cause, your presumptuous heart hath deceived you, you who live in the clefts of the rock, you who occupy the mountain summit, though you elevate your nest like the eagle, even from there I will bring you down. This is the Lord's Yahweh declaration, right? He declared this. You let this be known. Through what? Through his scriptures, right? Through his men. That ties up with the book of Revelations, man. Right? I think Revelation chapter 18. Oh, we gotta run this bathroom too.
So we know who's riding upon that beast, man, which is those nations. You know, that beast is this system. You know, it's a conglomerate. These UNs, these UN nations, they all working in one system, man. You know, and who's riding and pretty much controlling, dictating the outcome of the UN is mainly um, Babylon the Great, aka America, man. So they're riding on that beast. But you can see, just like the brought out earlier, man, the ten horns shall hate the whore. You can see that separation of a relationship, man, because that's the division that the Lord is bringing upon the earth, man. I'm gonna get that precept. The Lord said, He have not, but get the precept. It's the book of Matthew 10:34. It says, and this is the Lord speaking, Yahweh Shai. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword, man. So that sword is division. That sword is also talking about what? War, man. So when people draw their swords, they're what? They're drawing their swords to break the it's an act of war. So the Lord didn't come to send peace on earth. That's what these people do. We speak out this truth, man. The Lord said himself, he's not come to bring peace on earth, man. He said, no, he come to bring a sword. But the Lord actually come, which is that rock that's spoken in the book of Daniel, chapter 2, which we know through the Spirit, Lord willing, we had those 10 tones, miry clay, and iron, partially weak, partially strong. The Lord is going to come in the end to what? Destroy that empire, man. That's what a declaration of war, man. That's what the Lord is going to bring, man. The Lord is going to bring his declaration, which the Lord has already declared war upon this place, man. But he's going to fulfill his prophecy, man. This is the Lord's pleasure. The Lord's pleasure to what? Is to do what? Is to see the destruction of this place and the deliverance of the elect, man. Because that's what it's all about, man. Mainly in this, during this lifetime, man. It's all about the elect, man. The Lord's chosen, man. So we out here doing what? The Lord's work, seeking mercy, man. Hoping the Lord continue to bestow his mercy upon his people, man. The Lord said, what? Give them warning from me. Also, we're doing what? We are warning That's what this ministry is about, man. We are warning, just like Noah did, and that's what the Lord said. He said, just like the days of Noah, they're going to be eating and drinking, marrying, giving into marriage, just like you see now. And the Lord is going to come like that thief in the night, man. And he catch these people off guard, and unsuspecting. So we out here giving warning, being a watchman upon the house of Israel, man. So, like we were saying, the Book of Revelation, man, that you know, that whore that whore that riding upon the beast is no other than Babylon the Great, aka America, man. She had did what? She had made different engagements with these other nations, man. You know, she laid with all these other nations, meaning she did, business. And a lot of these nations, man, they're pretty much at their limit with the Babylon the Great, man. You know, pretty much they're fed up, man. You know, they don't want no dealings with them, man. That's why you see, just like I mentioned earlier, the relationship between Babylon the Great and the UN is you know, you can see that severed untrust that once agreement, you can see is being severed. And also you can see the BRICS nation, these other nations that are what? At odds with, you know, the UN, Babylon the Great, you know. So that's what the Lord came in. The Lord came to what? Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword, man. So the Lord has come to send a sword, man. Like I mentioned earlier, when you draw your sword, that is what people are declaring or preparing to do war, man. You know, that's what society in general is. That's the mood, to say the least, man. Society, this world is in, man.
Yeah, that's in Ecclesiastes, I think chapter 3, a time for war. You know, it's a time of war, not of peace. A time of hate. You know, you see that happening throughout the earth, man. War and hate. You know, Ecclesiastes chapter 3. We start at verse 1. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. It says, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven." Right? To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Which that's the point, man. We in a time of hate and war, man, not love and peace. It's like the ox said, the Messiah said himself, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. He says, I come not to send peace but a sword, man. I come not to send peace but division. I think that's in Luke the 11th, chapter 12. I think it's the book of Luke 12. Right. So that's what time we're living in, man. A time of hate and a time of war, man. You know. So you seen a lot of that's going on throughout the earth, man. That's why they talking about hate speech, this, that, and the third. That's what time we're living in. We're not living in a time of peace and war. I think they mentioned that to Zelensky. They said, or Trump, one of them, they said you must not be looking for peace because we're not living in a time of peace. That's gonna come in a new heaven and a new earth. That's where peace and love is gonna come, flourish forever. You know. But now, because the scripture talk about nations shall not learn war anymore. So there's going to be no more war. It's going to be peace when the new heaven and the new earth, when the Messiah comes back to rule. You know, so it's not going to be all lovey. It's not going to be all lovey-dovey for you Edomites, most definitely, you other nations. But for Israel, yeah, it's going to be love and peace. He said we're not going to suffer anymore, feel any type of pain. It's going to be love and peace ultimately for us. But we are ultimately the ones that suffer under the hands of our oppressors. So we are living in a time of hate and war, man. Not a time of love and peace. Everybody talking about trade wars, physical wars, economic wars, you know, all type of wars are going on, right?
Yeah, just like these. This is another subject, but it's still relevant. Like these mysterious fires that, like they said, in California, South Carolina, and I heard there was some in North Carolina too.
Shit, just like it happened in Maui,
Yeah,
Hawaii.
Yep. They said they gonna try. There was talks. I seen the news feed. They talks of what building smart cities, man. You know, these people they're doing these mysterious so-called natural disasters. They call it mysterious. Actually, they're intentional, man. There's nothing unplaying with this devil. There's nothing unintentional, man. This stuff is intentional, but they got to disguise it. Cause that's why this devil works, man. He's the devil. He got to disguise it in a way to fool a lot of you simple people, man.
Scripture said that the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, meaning cunning. Yeah, the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field. Means what? Shrewd. He's clever, man. In what he's doing, man. So that's what these devils are doing. They're being clever in how they go about doing whatever they're doing, man. You know? It says, book of Genesis, chapter 3. Yeah, subtle. Genesis chapter 3 and 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh power have made. Right? So they're going to that word subtle, and it's talking about Esau. Esau has the spirit of the serpent. That's where he comes from. He has the spirit of the serpent in him, right? Subtle. It says subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible. Basically, what it is, crafty and shrewd. So we're gonna look at this word shrewd. It says shrewd. It says having or showing sharp power of judgment, astute, right? More definition. old English word shrewd, it says evil person or thing, evil in nature or character. Right? Shrewd in the sense of evil person or thing. Right? They're trying to act like he's clever, but basically that's Esau too. You know, it says mischievous, malicious. You know, I bet if, I mean, if you go into the etymology of it, you know, that's what it is, man. An evil person. You know, he's clever at what he's doing, man. Crafty. Go into the etymology. Uh, shit, etymology online. This word is shrewd. Look up this word shrewd in etymology. It says wicked, deprived, malicious, evil. Right? Wicked man. And we know who the wicked man, according to the Bible, is Esau. I think the Oxys brought that out in Malachi chapter 1. You know, it says again, it says wicked, depraved, malicious, evil, right? From shrewd, wicked men, wicked men. That wicked man is Esau and his descendants of the nation of Edom. So that's who they is, man. They are the wicked. They are shrewd in what they're doing, man. They're crafty. Like we brought out Jeremiah 49. It says a secret place is perpetration of crime, right? Because that's what they do. They hide it. You know, they hide what they're doing, man. You know, they was at one point in time they was looked at that they was the most respectable person on the planet Earth, man. At one point in time, but people was unaware of how they was going about doing what they were doing through lies, deceit, murder. The scripture said the thief come not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's how Esau Edom got the power that he has today, man. Through the power of stealing. The thief come not, but to steal, kill, and destroy, man. That's how he got his power, man. So that's how that devil is in power, man. He's not in power by being a righteous man, a law abiding. You know, he got the people to see. They was going through the time. That's how he was depicted as a law abiding, upstanding, honest man. Coined that word white. That's the definition of white. Honest, law abiding, everything positive. That's how they looked at him. But now he's being revealed to what he is. We're in that time of him being revealed. That's where all this hate is coming from. You know, the devil is building up this hate campaign. He's making it seem like that's what we're spewing out. Hate. And we is spewing out hate according to what's written. You know what I'm saying? Well, hate the wicked, man. Hate the evil. Yeah, hate the evil. Hate the evil and love the good. So when we speak against the evil, which is the abominations, the wickedness that's going on the earth, they try to flip the script and say that we're spewing hate. But if we are spewing hate, it's according to what the Lord hates.
Yeah, that's justifiable. What we're speaking is justifiable because the Lord stated we can do that, man. The Lord said what? Just like the I brought out, hate the evil, man. And who was the evil? Esau, Edom, in the treacherous acts that he is doing, man. I got this word crafty.
Crafty.
You got some similar words. It says cunning, guileful, artful, devious, tricky, dishonest, cheating, deceitful. That's all the character traits of Esau Edom, man. It's like I broke out that history piece, the Louisiana War, man. What did he do after the war, after those so-called black men helped them win the war against Britain? He forced a lot of them. He forced some of them back into slavery. He took the ones that were so-called free, he took their lands from them. He broke the promises that he said he was going to give them, man. So that's how this devil works, man. You can't trust him, man. He do it with craft, man. It's crafty, man. Cunning, guileful, devious, dishonest. That's what he is. You can't trust him. He's dishonest, man. And that's these devil's character traits, man.
Going to that word shrewd. Going to that word shrewd. Mischievous, dishonest, evil. That's an evil person. He's dishonest and evil. That's how he's got everything that he's possessed with evil means. I got another precept. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 97, verse 10. It said, "He that loved the Lord Yahweh, he that loved the Lord Yahweh, hate evil." Right? So that's what the Lord said, hate evil. So hate, like I said, is pursuant to what's written. It's pursuant to the Lord. The Lord said hate. The Lord said hate the evil. And also the book of Malachi and Hebrews says the Lord hateth Esau, man. It says the Lord hateth Esau. This is Psalm 97 and 10. It says, "Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of the saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked." Right? So the Lord is going to preserve the lives of his saints. Right? And deliver them out of the hands of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Esau. So that's what time we are living in. That's why we are up here, speaking against the abominations being perpetrated by Esau and Edom, which is the wicked, and his evil ways. We're speaking in it, so we're living in the time of hate, right? So we're living in that time, and we're also living in that time of war. Like the scripture said, the Lord said, hate the evil and love the good. It's another verse. It's in Psalms chapter 139 and 21. It says, "Do I not hate them, O Yahweh, that hateth thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?" Right? So that's what we out here that we are grieved, man. Grieved to the soul at these Edomites, 2/3 of the heathens. So they're against the Lord, man. So like it is. These are not our words. These are the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. These are the words of the Lord. So these people not against the Lord, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the creator of the heavens and the earth and everything that's therein. You're a hater of him. So these are not our words. These people you hate the ultimate power of the whole universe and the earth, man. That's what you people are haters of, man. Why David said what he said. Psalms 139 and 21, it says, "Do I not hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee, and am not agreed with those that rise up against me. So that's what it is, man. These people are a hater of of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. You know, they rise up against the prophets, his mouthpiece. That's what we are, the mouthpiece of the Lord. Don't shoot the message. That's the same. Don't shoot the message. We just sending the message. You know, these people are gonna rise up against this. Ultimately, that's the time we're gonna come into. They're gonna be a rise. They're gonna be insurrection. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. I think they're gonna be insurrection against those that fear the Lord. Right? So that's the people rising up against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This men.
And I got a precept just the book of John 7:7. It says, "The world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil." That's what the Lord is doing. He's testifying the works of this world is evil. And, they don't hate us. They hate this word, man, this truth. They hate the word of Yahweh Shai, which is Yahweh Shai came in what? The volume of the book, man, which is him. To fulfill prophecy, man. The Lord came in the volume of the book in its entirety, man. So this is the word of what? The living power, man. And I got another one. This is the book of John 15:18. It says, "If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you," man. So these people hate, if they're showing this thing for us, it's because what? They hate the word of the Lord, man. Because everything we're doing is in the name of the Lord, man. This is nothing of men. This is nothing of men. This is in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. The Heavenly Father, man, and his son, which are two separate entities, man.
Another precept going into Zechariah chapter 8:16. It says, "These are things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath. For all these are things that I hate, saith the Lord." Right? So then you can go up further that. Love no false oath. Tell a lie, right? Not execute judgment in truth. These things that the Lord hates too. Like you said too. The Lord hates Esau. So the Lord hates too, man. He made that emotion. He the one that granted us that emotion of hate. So how come he can't hate? God is all love. Like these plantation Christian churches be speaking. God is all love. That's not the God of the Bible, man. That's the God of modern day Christianity, Roman Catholic Christianity. That's what that is. Even these scholars, I did a lesson on that before, and I brought it out during our live ministry some months back, man. How they created this Jesus Christ character as a turn the other cheek, all love, Messiah, or something like that, man. So like that was created by the Rome. That Messiah, which is Jesus Christ. The scriptures talks about another Jesus, and that's who you're worshiping. This so-called white man image. That's that other Jesus, man. If they preach another Jesus, which they preach another for your people, so you people can understand, they preaching another Jesus, man. They preaching another Messiah, another Yahweh shot. You know, they're telling you turn the other cheek. You know, he's all love. You know, all that's not written in the Bible of the Messiah. Man.
I got a precept. It's the book of Additions to Esther, chapter 14 and 12. It says, "Remember, O Lord, make thyself known in time of our affliction, and give me boldness, O King of the nations, and Lord of all power. Give me eloquent speech in the mouth." It's like you give me eloquent speech in my mouth before the lion. Turn his heart to hate him that fighteth against us, that there may be an end of him and of all that are like-minded to him. Man. So that's what we pray for, man. What? End to this devil and all that are like-minded of him, man. You know, give us eloquent speech. And that's what these devils be trying to do every time trying to bring out this word. They try to interfere with my speech, man. But this eloquent speech refers to the truth of Yahweh Shai's precepts, man, coming out the way they're supposed to be interpreted, man. Not the way by these false prophets, man. Plantation Christianity trying to interpret. Nah, that's the eloquent speech. The eloquent speech of Yahweh Shai's precepts, man. And that's what we out here doing, man. You know. So what? Additions to Esther 14 and 13, it says, "Give me eloquent speech in my mouth before the lion. Turn his heart to hate him that fighteth against us, that there may be an end of him and of all that are like-minded of him." Man. So that's what we out here preaching. Man. An end to these devils and all those that are like-minded of him. Man. So these words, this truth is being spoken of in all truth and sincerity, man.
Right, going to that precept by the 2 Corinthians 11 and 4 about the other Jesus, which I was saying, I'm going to get that precept out. It says, for if he that cometh preaches another Yahweh Shai, from whom we have preached, or if ye receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. Right? So that's what these people are coming with, plantation Christianity, which is another gospel. All nations can make it, which is not in the Bible. Let's talk about the Gentiles, you know, talk about the Gentiles or the Greeks, you know, that's talking about Israelites. That's not talking about all nations or any nation can make it. Another Jesus, this white Jesus Christ character that you see today, which was created by Caesar Ray Borgia, you know, Caesar Borgia, who was created by Michelangelo, was his secret lover, which was his lover, you know. So that's another Jesus, you know, another gospel, you know, that another spirit. So that's all that is, man. You're receiving the spirit of devils, man. The doctrines of devils, right? Another gospel. You know, that's what you're receiving, man. You know, you receive this plantation Christianity or these other off-brand Israelite groups that's teaching hell is an actual place that your soul can burn or your spirit can burn for eternity. You know, all these heresies out there, you know, they don't know what the MOTB is. They saying there's other things, you know. These are all another gospel. You know, there's only one true gospel, one true one gospel, man. I think that's what the scripture says, man. So if they're not a part of that true gospel, it's of a doctrine of devils, right? One light, one truth, one gospel.
Yeah, that equates to the other religions too, man. Buddhism, Hinduism, you know, of Israel following after each other wayward doctrines. Man. You know, that's what result to your destruction. This word is only that light. This word is only that light that's shining in this land of darkness. It's truth.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 5, it says, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4, it says, there is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord and one faith, right? So that one faith being basically one gospel, right? One baptism, right? One power and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all, right? So that's what it is. It says one spirit, man, you know, one spirit, one body, man, one Lord, one faith, man, you know.
If you got anything else, we close it out.
I mean, that's it.
All right, that's it. That's going to end our presentation. Before we end, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Rakakadash,
Ish Akim Drillazil,
brother Daka,
and Lord willing, we'll be back to feed the flock. Till next time, Shalom, Barakathah, and a ball, Shalom.